Simon Sinek said, "Without actions, all we have are just words." Because we can't all be poets, not everyone can be heard. We've all been sent to ensure dreams come true. But that can only be possible through the things we do. Take action. We see it everywhere, all around. Icons of where prosperity ought to abound, infringements of dignity where humanity should be found. The victims daily cry out, the horrors daily abound, perpetual want in their hearts. But do we hear the sound? People barely surviving and ghosted in their souls. People hoping someone would end the nightmare and make them whole. That's why we refocused and realigned the goals. Now, I understand the world has become a noisy place. With social media, people disappear without a trace, not because they are being kidnapped by trolls, but because they've just become one of the numbers in the polls. Because with most of these posts, you don't really become more known, you just give more and more of yourself away and cease to be your own. So, when yet another dies, a part of us dies with them, because we all share a common heritage as men. We all hail from somewhere. We are global citizens. By our shared humanity, we are all emotional indigents. You see, people don't commit suicide when they are aligned with their friends. It's extreme isolation that makes them hasten the end. And while the rest of us may think we've escaped the noose, believe the vices don't affect us, so we've got nothing to lose, we also kill ourselves whenever we silence the voice within, prodding us to help improve others' quality of living. If we could just stop and consider, even if just for a blink, we'd realize we are all only as strong as our weakest link. We only prove ourselves noble when we act on what we think. We only truly thrive in proportion to the prosperity of our fellow man, whenever we sincerely reach out with a compassionate hand. Now, we all like the superheroes on TV with their capes and their powers that we manifestly see. And we all admire them and watch them with glee. But ask yourself, who said the superhero can't be me? But every single one of us possesses superpower, something that can make the difference in someone's darkest hour. The problem is, we never dig deep enough inside. We don't bother to understand just where it resides. We don't make the requisite efforts to discover where it hides. We merely settle for second best and remain satisfied. But heaven doesn't always help those that help themselves. Heaven sometimes gives the duty of help to someone else. Sometimes, whenever virtue really needs to manifest, we must take responsibility and be the first to express. Because whenever I extend a helping hand, contrary to what most people have been made to understand, I'm not just making things better for my fellow man, I also confirm to myself that yes, I can. I declare my wholeness to the universe. In this, I am. Because life isn't worth the living if it's not given in service, especially when the beneficiaries cannot themselves deserve it. So ultimately, I inspire life in my very self, because true joy is contingent on the joy of someone else. Because the winds of change don't just blow by chance. They rely on women and men that execute definite plans. Because lasting impact never waits for any man. Transformation comes when one person acts on what they have, when heroes make up their mind to take a definite stand. Great leaders, you see, they don't just become great. They are eminent because they positively alter other people's fates. They are great because they recognize they are first of all just human. They identify and rise above accepting what is usual, remain defiant in their resolve and in their refusal to just stand and accept things as they are, but rather enable others to rise to become shining stars. People that don't just sit down and overanalyze. They've mastered not just how to fantasize. People with laser-like focus like eagles in the skies, swooping down to save not just souls but also lives. Pace setters that defy the odds and keep their eyes on the prize. And so, like a set of dominoes falling in a chain reaction, we must all do what we can to multiply this satisfaction, but you must first be ready to do. Take action.